Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Reading Lamb. Today I have a book review on We Were Liars by Lockhart. And this book I actually found out won the Goodreads Best YA Book of the Year, I think. I'm not sure. I think Best YA Contemporary. But it won one of the Goodreads Awards, which I was unaware of before I looked up reviews, so that's super exciting. And I was super stoked to start reading this book because literally everybody has the same kind of response. Like, nobody really gives away much of the plot. I hardly knew anything about this walking in. I think that's what made it really cool, because usually when a book's hyped up like this book, we know a lot about what happens, and we know kind of like not what necessarily happens to the plot, but we know like a brief synopsis. Where this book, it kind of gives you nothing, and it was kind of an interesting experience for such a popular book to not know very much about it. Anyway, moving on to the review. This will be a spoiler-free review. I'm going to try to keep it as close, not closed, but like I'm going to try to keep the plot and the stuff, I'm going to try to keep it more mysterious and not give away as much. I'm going to try my very hardest to do that, because obviously this book has been kind of kept under wraps because you don't really hear a lot in reviews about the general part of the book, or at least I haven't. And anyway, I will get on with the review. If I'm looking down or over, I'm looking at my journal, which I have all the scores for this book. Also, this will be spoiler free. I think I already mentioned that. And also, if you need a refresher or you're new to my book videos, then you might not know I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading. I'm very soon 5 out of 5, not so soon 1 out of 5. So yes, We Were Liars. So basically, there's a family. I'm just going to read the back, actually. We're not even going to get into this. So it says, "We are Sinclairs. No one is needy. No one is wrong. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that's all you need to know, except that for some of us are liars." And basically the inside it says, and if anyone asks you just how it ends, just lie. So that really on the inside, like it says other stuff on the inside flat, but that really got me attentive, and I was like, what is everybody lying about? I just need to know. So I was really excited to read this. Sorry if that was very mysterious, but that's all it gave me, and that's all I went off before I started this book. So the plot, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, and not to dissuade you from reading this, I'm going to read the little blurb I put in my notebook about this book that I wrote. I put, "Though I really liked it and would read it again, it's not one of my favorites, but very enjoyable nonetheless." So I would definitely read it again. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's a very enjoyable read. It's very short, so it's definitely worth the time. And I gave it a 3.5 because the plot was very mysterious, and at first the writing style kind of bugged me because, well, first of all, I don't know how, I've never read one of Lockhart's books. I've heard like very good things about her books, but the way she set the tone up, I really liked the writing after getting into it. It took me a chapter or two, which the chapters are very, very short, which I really did enjoy because it was busy when I was reading and I could just put it down and be at the end of a chapter, so it was very convenient. But the first, like, getting into the book, the first 2 chapters, I kind of got into the writing style and I really did enjoy it. The plot progressed good. It was very mysterious. I wanted to know what was happening, what was going to happen. I really liked how mysterious the plot was. You didn't really know. It was set up in such a way that was mysterious. You wanted to keep reading. It was very intense and I really enjoyed it. So characters, I give a 3 out of 5. I absolutely love the characters, but at the same time, with the mysteriousness, I didn't really get to know the characters as well as I would have liked to know the characters. But, like, the thing about this book that's, like, in the beginning and in the middle, the end, though, the end is just shocking. A lot of people, I think, figured this out. I was reading some Goodreads reviews. Quite a few people figured out what the ending was. But you guys know I'm not very good at solving mysteries. I'm more of the one that's, like, passive. I'm not, like, the one who's going to actively hunt out something in a book. I'm just going to go along for the ride kind of thing. So I didn't really expect that, and it was amazing, and it's just in the back of my brain. I think that's amazing how she set it up. It actually really made me enjoy the book even more because it's like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. But I really liked the main character of Candace. She was a very good protagonist. I really liked how mysterious she kind of kept her character. Like, you kind of, throughout the book, you unravel layers about the characters. I really enjoyed all the characters in this book, though, too. And I liked how the family, at the beginning of the book, they give you a family tree, and then they give you a map of the island, which I found was very helpful, especially because there's so many characters, and some of them have kind of similar names. Like, I think one of the grandsons and the grandma's last name or something are very similar, and I kept getting that confused. So it was really helpful to look back at the map and the family tree. So cover, I give a 4 out of 5. The cover actually, to me, did not, like, after reading the book, the cover, nothing I expected from just looking at the cover was what really happened in the book. This book just looks like, oh, they did something bad. I thought they did, like, honestly, from looking at the cover, I was thinking that there was a major crime pulled and they're just, you know, some super rich kids living on an island and they're just having the time of their lives. It's honestly what I thought from reading the back of the book. I was like, no. And after reading it, it looks very harmless and fun. Kind of like a lie because like stuff is different inside the book. So I found that really interesting. I love the light colors they use. And one of the reasons I decided to actually read this on break was not only because of the synopsis, but it worked out perfectly because this book is very light and I didn't want to get ruined. And I especially love the spine, how it's silver and white. I just found it's really pretty to offset the gray and white. So that's why I gave the cover a 4 out of 5. And suspense, I give a 4 out of 5 as well. The suspense was gripping, as I said when I was talking about the plot. I just wanted to know more and more. I wanted to know what was the ending. Everybody was raving about it. And I just want to keep reading it. And I read this in a very short time period as well. Overall, I give it a 3 out of 5. I definitely read again. Once again, it's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely a really intriguing, suspenseful read, especially for a YA read. I found it really riveting because usually I read contemporary. I've not gotten very much into the mysteries, thriller part of YA, which I really want to get into because I really like this. I know this is not considered a thriller or mystery, but I found it kind of mysterious and kind of thrilling because I didn't know very much. Once again, I'm really enjoying reading stuff about unreliable narrators. So if you know any books like that, definitely let me know in the comments below because I've been really interested in that, especially after reading Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn when you have the unreliable narrators. I just find it very interesting. It makes the book even more intriguing because you don't know what to believe. And yeah, that has been my book review on We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I really enjoyed this book, and I'm glad I finally got around to reading it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.